Word.
Yes.
Yes. Hey guys, welcome back to Majora's Mask. I am Gamer, and hopefully Tim will actually be able to get through this little garden maze thing.
Because games, man.
Because games, indeed.
Where did you go? Oh, you went. Okay.
That totally just made me think about the other day when we were shopping. Like, you were like, yes. Okay, I'm gonna totally invent basic white bitch Barbie, and it's gonna have the like old-fashioned pull string on the back of it, and when you pull it, it just goes yes.
And then one of her other phrases would be, I can't even.
I can't even. Oh my god, that reminds me of the best joke. Okay, why do girls always travel in odd numbers? Because they can't even.
I lost my shit on the first one. I was like, what? No. I can't even. On a scale of 1 to 10, I can't even.
On a scale of 1 to even, I just can't.
There we go. That's what it is. Man, I'm so old.
But see, my girlfriend's a basic white girl, so I always keep up to date on all this shit.
Oh dang, that was risky.
Oh my god, I have so many good jokes like that though.
Wow, what is going on?
My dad is like old school because he's like old as dirt. Not really, but like he's like almost 60. So he has a lot of like the old school jokes. Okay, so there's a little boy, and he's spending some time with his grandpa, and he's like sitting on his lap, and his grandpa puffing a cigar. And he's like, Grandpa, can I try a puff of your cigar? And he's like, does your dick touch your asshole? And he's like, well, no. Then you can't have a puff of my cigar.
Oh no.
Later on, he's sipping a beer, and he was like, Grandpa, again, he's like sitting on his lap, and he was like, Grandpa, can I try a sip of your beer? And he's like, does your dick touch your asshole? And he was like, no. And he was like, well, then you can't have a sip of my beer. So later on, the little boy's like eating a cookie or whatever that his grandma made him. And he was like, hey kiddo, can I have one of your cookies? And he was like, does your dick touch your asshole? And he said, yeah, it does. And he was like, well, go fuck yourself, Grandpa.
Oh god.
Oh god.
That was good. I keep pushing this big button.
I probably should have made the big button like the start button. That probably would have been a lot more convenient.
Magic beans. Sensu beans.
Sensu beans.
Chomp chomp. The first guys we had for a long time. So you're just sitting down eating all your beans. 1 for free. Alright, let's go. Magic beans.
I gotta think of some other good ones.
Magic swords, grass.
That's so many good ones.
Oh.
See, my dad's also very, how should we say, culturally insensitive.
Oh.
So a lot of the jokes that he had to tell are not appropriate at all.
You know, Mark had the nerve to tell me that I can't say something. Because I said I needed snow crab legs. And nobody said heard or anything to like confirm if we got it. So then I was like, ching chong, crab legs. And then Mark was like, oh my god, that's so racist, you can't say that. I'm like, yes I can, I'm Asian. What the fuck? He's like, you can't say it, I can say it. He's like, no, that's so racist. And then that's when the topic of angry white people came up, and people were like,
Country clubs, totally a place for angry white people.
I was like, shut up, Mark. And he still to this day thinks I'm still white.
Mark is just He's very interesting.
Mark is just.
Mark is just Mark. Let's leave it at that.
Probably shouldn't shit talk him since he's gonna be the one that's gonna help promote us.
So true. He knows though. He knows. It's not like we're shit talking about things that are like secret.
That's true. Yes, give me a bean. Such bean. Alright, let's go. Alright, we go. Super Saiyan.
Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
Ooh, even the song so much late in this game. I just thought about it. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh man! Super pirouettes for days.
Okay, here's another good one. Okay, so there's a classroom of like first graders, and they're all learning what the word definitely means. So the teacher starts off, and she's like, "Okay, Susie, can you give me a sentence with the word definitely used correctly?" And she was like, "The sky is definitely blue." And she was like, "Well, no, not necessarily, because when you have thunderstorms, it turns black." Next kid raises his hand, and she's like, "Okay, how about you, Bobby?" And he's like, "The grass is definitely green." And she was like, "No, not really. In the wintertime, when it gets cold, the grass dies and it turns brown." So one more boy raises his hand, and she goes, "Okay, Jimmy, what about you?" And he's like, "Can I ask a question first?" And she was like, "Sure." He was like, "When you fart, is there supposed to be solid stuff that comes out?" And she was like, "No." And he was like, "Well, then I definitely shit my pants."
Oh god, this part. Okay.
Okay, here's another good one. Okay, so there's a high school class, and bell rings. One little boy shows up late, and the teacher asks, "Where have you been?" And he was like, "I was up on Mulberry Hill." And she was like, "Oh, "Okay, go ahead and take your seat."
Mulberry? Mine is where you go? You can go yours. Oh shit, that's cool.
So the next kid walks in, and she's like, "Okay, why were you late?" And he was like, "I was up on Mulberry Hill." And she's like, "Okay, just hurry up and take your seat." So finally, a girl walks in, and she goes, "Don't even tell me, don't say it. You were up on Mulberry Hill too, right?" And she was like, "I am Mulberry Hill." Oh, shit. She was on her back. Hello.
Yours is the one that I learned was Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills.
I think I still have another part to this.
Okay, so there's three little boys that are walking through the woods. And they came across a house, and there was like a married couple that was in the house. They saw through the window that they were like making love. First little boy's like, "Oh wow, that's so cool," and the second one's like, "Oh, awesome," and the third one like takes off running. So they all meet up again the next day before school, and they're like, "What?" They're like, "Dude, where did you go? You missed out on like the cool shit." And the third little boy was like, "My mom told me when I was growing up that if I saw anything dirty that I would turn to stone. I felt something getting hard, so I got the fuck out of there."
Oh god. Oh.
Okay. This is the last one, and then I'll stop the jokes. Okay. So
So funny.
there's I cried the first time I heard this. Okay. So there's a fat guy, a Jewish guy, and a gay guy. And they all die and they go to heaven. While they're standing at the gates, God tells them, "I'm going to send you all to hell." and they were like, "Oh no, no, no! Please, just let us have one more chance. Let us go back to Earth and prove ourselves right, so we can come back." And he was like, "Okay, but as soon as you give in to your temptations, I'm bringing you right back here, and I'm sending you to hell." So the fat guy had to give up food, like junk food. The gay guy obviously had to give up men, and the Jew had to give up money, like he had to stop being so greedy. So they all got sent back. My girlfriend's Jewish. I feel like I have reason to make jokes.
She is?
Yeah.
What? That's cool.
Not by religion, but by heritage.
Oh, okay.
Like,
That's so cool.
yeah, like her, on her mom's side of the family, like both of her grandparents are.
Secrets.
So they all get sent back to Earth, and they, like, had this traumatic experience together, so they're, like, staying really close to try and help each other out. So they're all walking down the street, and the fat guy sees, like, a pastry shop, and he's like, "Oh my god, I love this so much. I have to go in here and get it." And the other guys are like, "No, don't do it, don't do it. If you go in there, you're gonna go to hell." He did it anyways. He ran through the door. As soon as he opened the doors to the pastry shop, poof, he disappeared. The other two guys were like, "Oh shit, I don't want to go to hell." So they keep walking down the street, and they keep going. They're walking, and all of a sudden they come across a $100 bill on the sidewalk, and the Jewish guy looks down, and he's like, "Oh my god, $100 bill, I can't just leave this here, I gotta pick it up." So the gay guy's like, "No, don't do it, I swear, you can't do it, or they're gonna get sent back." Didn't listen, so the Jewish guy bent over to pick up the $100 bill, and poof, they both disappeared.
Wow.
Okay.
That's funny.
The first time I heard that, like, it took me a second to, like, process what happened, and then I was like, "Oh my god." The gay guy totally probably, like, grabbed his butt or something.
I don't even know what he said, honestly, yes.
Something happened. So that means you won't go in my place and save the princess. Well, I didn't say all that shit. Now you're putting words in my mouth.
I'll teach you the melody. Yeah.
Up, left, hey, right, hey. Up, left, hey, right, hey.
You're on live PlayStation controller.
It's so, I know, it's so weird, like, to have the C buttons on the opposite side.
I wonder. I don't know, wait. What if you made like the right analog stick, the A button,
Like the C buttons, I could probably reconfigure it to do
and
that.
then like when you push it down, it would be B, and then lose it to C. Okay, never mind.
After that would totally be backwards. Oh, I see what you mean by the A and B buttons now. Oh, okay.
Alright, we finally learned our third song? Yeah.
Yeah, the third song, right? We did this Song of Time, the
Song of Healing.
Song of Healing, the Song of Awakening.
Oh shit, there's one more thing I'm missing. I can get that herpes.
Oh, and the super secret inverted song time.
Alright, okay, there's like 6 songs.
So what was the other one? The inverted
Song of Inverted Time. And then Song of Double Time.
okay.
And then Song of Time. Which I thought was really cool that they did that. They made you play a variation of Song of Time. I don't know anything that goes. It's too old now. It's like, who But the jokes that I've heard must be. I'm trying to remember one. I mean, I guess that's really good.
Yeah, funny man.
Oh, you can die like that? Cool. It's more of a think about it.
Okay.
These two guys order a drink. Go to a bar and order a drink. The bartender puts poison in both drinks. One guy drinks it like super quick and doesn't die. The other guy waits like an hour. He drinks the drink, but he dies. How come he died? The other guy didn't. He both had poison in the drinks.
Was it like a thing where it needed time to like set in? Like one of the poisons had to sit in the drink for like a long time for it to work, and another guy drank his like super fast before like it had time.
Something like that. No, it's your best friend walking this way.
Oh well.
I'm still talking like very quietly. Like, it's also like late too.
Use your diaphragm.
I can't. I use it a lot at work. I really didn't. I just stood there. Looking at the screen.
I love broil.
I love broil when you have food.
Oh yeah, when you gotta make down calls the whole night fucking sucks.
I feel bad because I'm like, I'm sorry, but I need this. And then when you turn around, it's like, actually, I'm even this. And you turn around again, I'm down and now. And you turn around, I need 7.
I get another song already.
Yeah.
Ooh, which one is this one?
This is your teleportation song.
Oh,
Instead of learning 8 songs.
true.
But those 8 songs are so different.
Oh yeah, the Requiem of whatever for like each one, that are like Minuet of the Forest and Minuet of the Shadows.
Song by song. So now, ooh, that's like a journey for that. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, I didn't even tell you the answer.
Oh yeah, what?
The answer is the poison is in the ice cubes.
Oh, so it didn't have time to melt. That totally makes sense.
Oh, what? So that should be done.
Okay. So there's a guy who goes to the doctor and gets a checkup. He goes home. The next day he gets a call from the doctor. He's like, okay, I got bad news and got worse news. And he's like, okay, give me the bad news first. He was like, okay, you have 24 hours to live. And he was like, oh shit, what's the worst news? And he's like, forgot to call you yesterday.
Oh. Oh my god, that's fucked up. That is so fucked up. You wouldn't even make it to that point then.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, you have 10 minutes left.
Yeah, you got like 30 seconds left. Say goodbye to your family. Oh, another doctor one. This one's really fucked up though. This is not for the faint of heart. Okay, so a guy, his mother is on her deathbed, they think. Um, so she goes to the hospital and gets checked out and gets whatever she needs to get done. The doctor comes out and he's like, alright, I have good news and I have bad news. And he's like, alright, go ahead and give me the bad news. And he was like, okay, well, your mother is in such bad shape she can't think of herself. She can't take care of herself, period, anymore. You're gonna have to bathe her. You're gonna have to change her diapers. You're gonna have to take her to the bathroom. You're gonna have to wipe her. You're gonna have to do everything for her every day for the rest of her life until she dies. He was like, oh, I guess that's not that bad. I can live with that. Like, that sucks, but I'll be able to manage. He was like, okay, well then what's the good news? He was like, nah, I'm just fucking with you. She's dead.
I wish they could see my reaction. Because I was not expecting that. I was like, oh! I wish y'all saw my reaction.
Okay, he literally just like stopped for a second. Like it literally looked like he just saw someone kick a puppy right in front of him. Like just punted the smallest, cutest animal you can imagine. Like you just kicked it across as far as possible. That's what his face looked like.
If someone kicked a puppy in front of me, I don't know if I would laugh or not. Oh, and that's what I get.
That was insta karma.
Okay. What would you do? Because I want to know what your opinion is. What would you do if you were? Well, no one. You were experiencing it. Okay, so remember that time when we were at work and the customers were freaking out about how there was a dog in the car and stuff like that. So like, if you were just walking to Walmart and you walk by a car and the windows are down and the dog is panting, like, would you call the police?
So the dog was like in the car with the windows down.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I've left my dog, like when I had my dogs, I left them in the car for like a really short period of time. Like if I knew I was just running in somewhere real quick and coming right back out.
Right.
Like I used to have a water bottle that I always kept in my car in like a small dish. So like I'd always like leave water in there for them if I went in somewhere, like if it was summertime. But like I would leave my windows rolled down like halfway at least, so they could like stick their head all the way out of the window.
Right.
And then I would like keep the water dish in there for them. But I would never take them somewhere and leave them in the car with the windows rolled up. I would never leave the windows rolled up.
Yeah. But my thing is like people are so quick to be like, oh my god, that dog is gonna die. You don't even know how long the dog has been in there. First of all, the owners, I'm pretty sure, are aware their dog is in the car because America cares more about an animal's life than a fucking child.
Yeah.
And y'all can sit on your computer screens and disagree with me, but it's true.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, my dog! There's starving children in America. But my dog! Those dogs that won't pay my bills or anything, or they just keep me company.
Like,
No, there's a lot of things for this.
like I love my dogs. I love my dogs to death. I love my dogs. I would never do anything to them that I would think was abusive, ever. Like, I would never do that to them. If I knew I was going to have to go somewhere or, like, run errands for an extended period of time where they were going to have to be in the car for, like, a long time, then I just wouldn't take them. I would leave them at home and put them in a cage. But, like, if I was just going real quick to, like, Walmart to pick up, like, or like the grocery store. Like if I need to go to the grocery store to get something to cook dinner with, like pick up like some meat and stupid stuff like that real quick. Then I'll always ask them like, do you guys want to go for a ride? And they'll get like super excited and they'll get in the car and they'll go with me. And then I'll leave them in the car for maybe all of 10 minutes for me to go inside and get what I needed and come back out and leave. But it's not like I was punishing them. I told them, like, they knew what it meant. Like, as soon as I said, "Do you want to go for a ride?" they knew exactly what it meant.
Mm-hmm. That's cool though.
Like, I used to take them for drives and stuff all the time. Like, I would just drive around the neighborhood. Like, just put them in the back seat with the windows down and drive around the neighborhood and just for them to go.
Mm-hmm.
Because they loved it. And I feel like some like people are just too quick to judge.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, you're a terrible person because you left your dogs in the car for 5 minutes." I'm like, look, I drive my car everywhere on a daily basis. I drive 40 minutes to work every day, and I have no air conditioning in my car.
We got 4 hearts. Boom.
Like, it's hot as fuck in my car all the time. It's 100 degrees outside, and I have no air conditioning. So I drive with all my windows down always everywhere I go. Time for next time.
When's the next time? Next time.
Time to go on a journey through time. Now let's go to time. Where time is all changing.
It's not enough time. Next time.
With Majora's Mask, yeah, instead of
We're going to be going to Woodfall. Now that we're not gonna be wandering around in heart pieces.
aimlessly. Now that there's a song of soaring, that's like super convenient.
Yeah.
Alright guys, we'll see you next time.
Bye.